Welcome to the guidance video for measuring in the Smart Science Moons of Jupiter lab. This is a really interesting lab because you're going to see the moons of Jupiter going around the planet Jupiter over a long period of time and measure their orbits. Using this information, you're going to try to determine the mass of the planet. Now, if you scroll up to the top of the Explore page, you're going to see just an image of Jupiter and some guideline about how to measure. But if you do look back at the previous page, you're going to see a lot of discussions here in the Engage page about help calculating the mass of Jupiter, going through the calculations, what you need to do, and so forth. So when you get to the measurement or the Explore page, you're going to look at this central question: how can you determine the mass of a planet? And it's asking you to either pick or write a hypothesis you'd like to test here, depending on the level of the class you're taking. So I'm just going to pick one randomly, just click on one of them, it becomes your hypothesis, or write it and put it in the hypothesis box. Then you're going to pick an experiment, which in this case has the 4 different major moons of Jupiter that are easy to see and measure from. Let's just take the first one, Io, and go through that process of measuring. Now, pressing play, you're going to see a time-lapse video of the moons going around Jupiter. This was taken by a passing satellite from NASA. Pretty exciting. And once that video is done playing, you're going to follow that moon. Now, notice the tip here. We're just going to click on the indicated moon and be careful to follow the same moon. Again, right here, click on the indicated moon in each image. So as I do this, let's just click. You're going to see marks being made both on the image and over here on your graph. So I'm just going ahead and trying to follow that moon as it goes around the planet Jupiter. And as I do this, I should get some kind of a curve that is going to give me the time it took the moon to go all the way around the planet in hours. So you can kind of think of this as the period of the rotation of that moon about Jupiter. So the time from the top, the bottom to the top, and then the bottom again will be one time around Jupiter. And if you only have part of the orbit, you can always extrapolate out and say, okay, halfway is 20 hours, so roughly, so the full period is about 40 hours, for example, in this case. Go ahead and measure all 4 of the different moons, and then try to figure out if you can determine the mass of Jupiter from this information.